Welcome for another episode of NXT versus AEW. Yeah. So, let's get on with these fucking notes. Let's see what's been happening with NXT versus AEW. Let's see how the ratings are going between the two. That's what I fucking just said. Okay, let's get on with this. All right, here goes. AEW has been declining in views for at least 2 weeks straight. And again, this week. However, AEW once again beat NXT despite receiving their lowest viewership so far this year. I wanted to bring this up the last time, but I totally forgot because I noticed that AEW's views have been declining. I noticed it. I know it's at least been 2 weeks. This is the third week and it's still declining. But more about that later. AEW draws 828,000 viewers as NXT drew 712,000. AEW gets 16% more than NXT. Last week's AEW show draws 871,000. This week, AEW actually lost 43,000 viewers. Last week, NXT had 769,000. So they lost 57,000 viewers. More than AEW's 43,000. Moving on. AEW draws a 0.34 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic as NXT only got 0.22. AEW outscores by 55%. AEW only got 1 point down from last week of 0.35. NXT got 2 points down from 0.24 to now of 0.22. Since December 18th, AEW draws their lowest rating ever. AEW. Their viewership is the lowest yet. 795,000 views were their greatest yet on December 18th, 2019. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to mention that on my last ratings video, but I neglected to do so because I've been noticing that AEW views have been steadily going down and everything. So, yeah. I mean, shit, the NBA is drawing more than all WWE and AEW. The NWA, the National Basketball Association, basketball. That when I saw that reminded me of the video that I made before about how the hype for wrestling is not at the level it once was. The hype is gone. I mean, people are interested in as they were in the 90s, the late 90s, early 2000s, but they was pulling a lot of better views than AEW and NXT are pulling now. Hell, even Raw and SmackDown ain't even matching the views they used to get back in the day. So, people, I mean, you could say AEW is not a draw. WWE is more of a draw. That may be true, but look at on the broad, but look on the broad spectrum. All wrestling is not a fucking draw like it used to be. All of it. AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan, AAA, Lucha Libre, Impact Wrestling, you name it. They're not really a draws anymore. People are not interested in wrestling anymore. And you got some people say, oh, let's just watch AEW and NXT and Raw and SmackDown, Ring of Honor, Impact, whatever. Because after all, wrestling is wrestling, right? Now, people who say that are missing the fucking point. And I'm not going into detail on how they're missing the point. If you're smart enough to know what I'm talking about, good for you. To make a long story short, wrestling is not exciting anymore. It's not believable anymore. It fails to suspend your disbelief. It doesn't do it anymore. It doesn't have that it factor anymore. It's not must-see TV anymore. Those are the facts, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the facts. And on a final note, I want to talk about Edge's dynamic return to the WWE. He sure pulled on the show this past Sunday at the Royal Rumble. When he came out, people lost their fucking minds. You had men in the crowds ejaculating and orgasm and shit. Women getting wet and squirting all over every fucking body in the crowd and shit. I mean, Edge showed the fuck out. And hell, dare I say, despite I was against him returning, I did make a video on that. He did look pretty good. I gotta give him that. You know, he got some crow's feet in his eyes. He got a little gray hair, but he's still Edge. Hell, he was so fucking Edge that he accidentally injured AJ Styles when he gave him the spear. Sometimes you get overzealous. It happens. That's professional wrestling after all. So, yeah. I saw that segment with him and Randy Orton, which closed Monday Night Raw, which I felt was a good move for them because they want your ass to fucking tune in. They could have had that shit in the beginning of the show, but WWE wants them fucking views. That's why they put that shit last. Because they wanted you to stick around. I bet you throughout the fucking show, they was teasing that the Edge is gonna make his announcement. Edge is gonna come out. He's gonna come out. He's gonna come out. You know, some people predicted that Randy Orton was gonna give him the RKO and shit. I thought it was great. I'm gonna go through it. Edge comes out. He's happy to be. You can see it on his face. This man is really happy to be back. He really is. I mean, he's getting kind of emotional up there. You know, it's been like 9 years since he was gone. He said he claimed that he has grit. Then he was talking about how he's glad he's back and blah, blah, blah. And then Randy Orton comes out and says, you picked me up when I was down. Randy Orton's about to fucking tear up over there. You know, he's like, it was one man who lifted me out of the hole I dug myself in, and that was you. I admit, I felt that too. I mean, shit, I was like, wow, you know. And then he RKO'd him. I knew it was going to happen already because I heard, that's what made me watch the fucking, the segment. Because I heard that Randy Orton attacked Edge. You know, I already knew it was going to come because I was told. I was spoiled. That's why I watched it in the first place. And boy, it wasn't a beatdown that I envisioned. But after all, it is fucking PG. So, but it was pretty good. I like the part when Randy Orton wrapped Edge's head in the chair and shit. Edge was on the ground. And he got on the top rope and sat there. I was like, holy shit, don't do it. I was like, fuck. And so he gets off the rope. And he gets another. He goes out the ring. They're like, Randy, stop. Stop. This is stupid, Randy. This is stupid, you know. And he gets the chair and he goes, pow. He could chair toes Edge his head while he was on the ground. I was like, wow. Wow. He saw that pretty well. He trembled a little bit. I was like, damn. I actually felt bad for Edge, man. You know, I was like, fuck. I also heard that the main event, the last wrestling match was Liv Morgan and fucking Liv Morgan and what's that fucking bitch's name? Lana. They went at it, I think, Monday Night Raw. If I'm mistaken, please correct me in the comments. I thought I heard that they was the match before it, the Edge and Randy Orton segment. So, but yeah, man, that would have been fucking boring as hell. But that Liv Morgan that finisher that she has is fucking mean though. I like that finisher she got though. That's the thing about WWE, man. They get you hyped. They'll do something. Oh, shit, it's great. Then by next week, it's like, they've been doing that shit to me when I was watching more of it back in 2018. I found myself enjoying segments more than the fucking wrestling matches. And the promos were robotic because it was reading off of memorizing a fucking script, you know what I'm saying? But those like attacks, those like the last excitements that I get. You know, it's like, what the fuck? The people have high hopes for this rivalry between Edge and Randy Orton and shit, you know what I'm saying? I already had a storyline planned for him. Randy Orton just basically wants him not to enter the ring anymore because he cares about him. And he's pretty much like, if I have to fucking paralyze you or make sure you don't return no more, I'm going to do it. Because you don't need to be in the ring. You look bad. You don't have it anymore. I'm the man. You're not. Your day is gone. Mine's is on the horizon. Mine's is at the top already. You is down here. It ain't 9 years ago no more. It's a whole new game. I'm on top. You ain't the man anymore. That's why I'm going to take you out if you choose to return. And this time, if you thought I was rough when I whooped your ass on Monday night, ain't no telling the ass whooping you're going to get when you come back and face me again. So I strongly suggest that you sign your retirement papers and not return, friend. Something like that. But they ain't gonna do them like, I'm mad because you threw me out the rope in the Royal Rumble. I was supposed to win that, but you threw me out. They're gonna do some lame ass shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Now, if they go my route or something like it, I'm gonna give them a slap on, I'm gonna give them a pat on the back. I'm gonna say, okay, WWE, okay. Fuck you guys anyway, but okay, you know. But speaking of that Edge and Randy Orton segment on WWE has generated them some good ratings. No shit. We'll see how long that fucking shit lasts. your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Sorry about that. Okay, that's it. That's it for the video. I mean, shit. Yeah, AEW, man. I'm glad that the source that I got my notes from, Wrestling Inc., noted that, because I was definitely going to note it. Because I'm glad they did, because so I can give it to you in more detail, than I would have gave it to. I would have said at least 2 weeks they've been going down, and it's the third week already. So, yeah, steady declining. I say losing 43,000 views from the previous week is a lot of fucking people. Let alone the fact that NXT lost 57,000 since last week. That's a lot of fucking people. It's a lot. So on that note, AEW still got the win, but they got to get them views up. They gotta beat themselves. That's what AEW has to do, beat themselves. And NXT got to quit teeter-totting up and down with views and shit and continue to climb. Continue to get them fucking views that NXT need to do, and AEW needs to beat themselves, basically. Try to get up to that fucking, at least closer to, what's the most views AEW received? It was, where is it? Give me a minute to find it. The most views that they received was 795,000. Best of luck on AEW getting close to that amount next month. Yeah, next month, right? Or next Wednesday Night Wars. Other than that, this is Wild Chromosome. Signing out. Peace and love. Until next week, this is your AEW versus NXT weekly ratings report by the Y Man, the foul-mouthed man himself, Y Chromosome.